There is a saying that an ocean cruise takes us to a country, but a river cruise takes us through a country. So stay tuned while we explore the heart of the river with AmaWaterWays.
Welcome to Travel Tuesday with Teresa, the ultimate source of wanderlust inspiration. Join the journey led by your host, Teresa Belcher.
Welcome back. So today we're going to take a journey on the rivers throughout the world, whether it be Europe, Asia, Colombia, or in Vietnam, Cambodia on the Mekong River. Today, my guest is Becky Murillo from AmaWaterWays. Welcome to the show, Becky.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. So I can't wait for your presentation, so it's over to you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited for being here. As you said, my name is Becky and I'm with AmaWaterWays. Before we even get started, I want to get you in the mood to cruise. So let's watch a quick little video.
Step aboard a world of exceptional experiences, where your journey is our passion. Allow us to share villages that time forgot. Walk along cobblestone streets filled with the lights. Paddle through historic town squares and revel in moments that last a lifetime. When you step aboard AmaWaterWays, each day brings a genuine smile that warms the heart. Every river a new culture that inspires. And each course a moment to savor and share. Experience these wonders and delights with AmaWaterWays, the heart of the river.
Now, I hope that got you in the mood to cruise. Oh my goodness, I get so excited when I see that. I just hope that got you in the mood to cruise and ready to pack your bags. Now I always like to start the presentation off by saying, how do you even pronounce the name of our company? Is it AmaWaterWays, AmaWaterWays, or AmaWaterWays? And it's actually AmaWaterWays. And why is that so important? Because Ama stands for love. We want you to feel that love when you come on board with us and feel like you're part of the family. Did you know that love story began over 23 years ago with Rudy and Christine? Rudy he was born on the river over in Vienna, and Christine was born in Germany. They both grew up along the river and knew that they wanted to do something on the river themselves, something that they could call their own. So they decided to build AmaWaterWays. They actually met another gentleman named Jimmy Murphy, who owned his own tour operating company in Ireland. Well, Jimmy wanted to join up with Rudy and Christine when they were going to do Ama. So he ended up selling his tour company and took all the proceeds and joined up with Rudy and Christine. But unfortunately, in 2014, Mr. Murphy passed away. But his son, Gary, was already part of the company. So Gary's one of our co-founders, or co-owners, and he's with us still today. So we say that oceans take you to a country, but rivers take you through a country. Think of the rivers as the highway of yesteryears. Now think back to even this past summer where we were watching the Olympics. What was going on? All of the athletes were on the river, and all the excitement of what France had to offer was going on right outside the river. That could be you, right in the center of everything on the river, with all the excitement of everything that the river has to offer going on right outside. So that's what we like to say, is that the rivers are the highway of yesteryears. So why AmaWaterWays and not one of our friendly competitors? Well, here's a list. I'll let you read it, but I'll point out a few of the points as well. So we're financially stable. How does that affect you? Well, what you're going to do is when you decide an itinerary, you're going to put down your deposit, but your final payment isn't going to be due till 90 days prior to departure. This is amazing because you get to hold on to your money till you have to depart. You might not be traveling till 2026 or 2027. Some of our friendly competitors will require it shortly after deposit. Guests love to know that they can hold on to their money. Now, Christine, one of her passions is sustainability. We want to be conscious of our carbon footprint. So when you're on board with us and you're going on an excursion and you're leaving, we're going to hand you a carton of water rather than a plastic bottle of water. When you're on board with us and you're in your rooms, you're going to have a glass bottle of water rather than a plastic bottle of water. We even did away with buffets. We will have you order off the menu instead. So we're not wasting food. One of Rudy's things too is he wanted twin balconies. He's actually an architect. That's what he went to school for. So he was involved with a lot of our builds with our ships. So a lot of or everything that you experience on board with us is included, even our complimentary Wi-Fi. Why? Because we want you to tell all your friends and family what you're doing on board with us. Maybe get them a little envious of what you're doing so next time you come on board, they'll come with you. We also have our My Ama Cruise app, so we want you to stay connected with that as well. So with that My Ama Cruise app, about 30 to 45 days prior to embarkation, you're going to choose all your excursions. This way, our team can help do all their staffing and scheduling before you come on board. So you're going to choose all of them, and you're going to end up becoming on board. But you're also going to use that My Ama Cruise app to kind of tell you everything that you're going to be doing while you're on board with us. But it will also be able to tell you the local time and temperature, tell you also where the ship is and all the different ports that you're at. It's an awesome app. You'll also be able to take all your photos, put them on that app, create a little postcard, and that postcard you can also send to your family and friends back home. So another thing that you'll have on board, or when you're doing your research for AmaWaterWays, is you're gonna see all about our unparalleled service, all about like how we're gonna anticipate your need before you even know you had it. So one thing that I always like to share is that I recently was on board for Christmas and New Year's. I did the best of Holland and Belgium. It was an amazing time, but unfortunately, I got the flu. One of the staff members, actually my server, had noticed I started not feeling well. So he said, "Miss Becky, what's going on?" And I was like, "Well, I'm starting to get a sore throat." But before you know it, he ended up making me a special tea, just like my mom does, with honey and the lemon and the ginger. And I have to say, I'm not a big ginger fan, but I still drank it just to be polite. But it actually was hitting the spot. So the next day, I ended up not showing up at breakfast. So he asked my friend, "Hey, where's Miss Becky?" And she told him how I wasn't feeling well. But before you know it, before my breakfast even arrived, there was a special knock at my door. And there that special tea was. It hit the spot. Then the next 2 days throughout the day, I kept getting that special tea. It was just perfect. But what was so great was it was like as if they knew I needed that tea right at that moment. But I love that they were there to take care of me for those 2 days. So your cruise manager is there every step of the way, whether you're doing a pre or post excursion as well with us. They become your big brother or big sister. You'll notice too, when you're doing your research, you'll notice that a lot of folks are even saying, "Where's my cruise manager going next? I want to follow them on their next excursion." Well, that same cruise I was just telling you about, that holiday one that I took, my cruise manager, Milan, had got to know me and actually realized that I had a sweet tooth. So much so that when I missed the New Year's celebration, I had already gotten my fabulous dinner, dessert and all, but I got one of those special knocks on the door, and there he was in his nice suit and a special tray with 5 or 6 desserts on it. I was so excited. And I was like, "Ooh, do I get to pick one of these desserts?" And he's like, "No, Miss Becky, these are all for you." It was a great way to start 2025. So we're all about innovation. Remember I told you Rudy is an architect? Well, this is the Ama Magna. The Ama Magna is the only one of her kind. So normally a river cruise is a river ship is 38 feet wide. This one is 72 feet wide. She's double the size of any other ship out there. You'll only find her on the Danube. Why? Because these are the only locks that she can fit through. She'd get stuck in all the rest. But with this one, Even though we did double the size, we didn't do double the guests. On average, you'll find 150 guests on board. This one, you'll have 196 guests. I have to say that some of our friendly competitors put 196 guests on their normal size ship. But what we did was we took that luxury of space and gave it back to the guests. Whether it be that we added a pickleball court on the upper deck. We know that everybody's playing pickleball these days. So can you imagine yourself on the upper deck and playing pickleball and a beautiful castle passes by? Now there's a Kodak moment for you. Or we gave more space in the staterooms. We also have 5 bars on board, 4 restaurants, a cinema. It's absolutely amazing. Guests love this. And if maybe you're coming to the river for the first time and maybe you've always done ocean cruising, this might be the ship you might want to try first, since it's a little bit larger of a vessel, but also not the smallest one of all of our fleets. Maybe try the AmaMagna. So we have wellness professionals on board. These professionals are there to help you keep your wellness regimen that you have back home. We know you have a regimen that you do. Maybe it's yoga or Pilates or meditation. Well, they can help you continue that while you're on vacation. Not saying that you have to do it, but we want to make sure that you keep your health going, right? Or maybe you just want to do a digestive walk after an amazing meal on board. They can help you do that as well. But also, they're there to do your excursions with you. Let's talk about those excursions. This is one of the biggest points of distinction between us and our friendly competitors. There's 3 big points of distinction. Now, one is that they're all included. It's not like we just offer you one and then say, okay, you got to pay for all the rest. No, they're all included. There can be anywhere from 2 to 6 excursions for you to choose from in just one day. It all depends on the port and the itinerary that you have chosen. The other thing is we want to meet you where you're at. Maybe you have a mobility challenge and you walk a little bit slower, or maybe you're active and you want to keep your blood flowing, right? So because we want to meet you where you're at, we have 3 different categories. We have gentle, regular, and active. So again, if you have that mobility challenge, you'd be in our gentle category. We also, because we want you to feel like you're part of the family, we like to keep them small and intimate. No more than 20 in a group. This way you don't feel like you're getting lost in the crowd. So last summer, I was able to go from Romania to Budapest. I ended up bringing one of my friends along with me. Well, go figure. 3 weeks before we went on our cruise, she broke her toe. Now, I could have left her in gentle category and kept in the regular because I'm not that active, but I wanted to hang out with her. So we stayed in the gentle category. Do you know that there were only 8 of us in this category? And it wasn't like Ama said, okay, there's only 8 in this category. It's too small. We're gonna cancel it and we're gonna put all y'all in the regular category. No, they kept it. They met us where we were at and they kept the gentle category. Even after the one day, it was so hot because they were having record heats in Europe. We asked the guide to walk a little bit faster because we were melting in the heat and the gentleman was walking a little too slow for all of us. And we asked him to pick up his speed. So much so we were actually keeping up with the regular group. The next day, they didn't say to us, hey, you guys have been keeping up with the regulars. We're going to cancel the gentle category and just move you into regular. No, they kept the gentle category to continue meeting us where we were at. Again, even though there was only 8 of us in the group. I love that AmaWaterWays does that. So again, the three points of distinction, they're all included. They meet you where you're at, and we want you to feel like you're part of the family, so we keep them small and intimate. So let's talk about that luxurious space. So this is what one of our double balconies or twin balconies look like. This is one of Rudy's dreams that he wanted. So on one side, on the right-hand side of this picture, you have the French doors where you just open up the doors, stick your little toes out, and enjoy the fresh air as you're sailing along. Or you can open up the doors on the right-hand side, grab your stateroom mate, maybe grab your beverage of choice, and sit outside and just relax and enjoy the sailing as you're sailing along. Maybe too, you might just want a French door room where you just had that whole wall as a French door. You'd open up the doors and just enjoy that fresh air as you're sailing. Now, some of our ships do have connecting rooms. Maybe you're traveling with a friend or a family member and you want to stay close to them. So in that bottom left-hand corner picture, we have what a connecting room would look like. We do have that on select ships. So let's talk about our amazing award-winning cuisine. Several of our European ships are recognized for the Chaîne de Rôtisseurs Culinary Society. We're really proud of this because this is a culinary society that you're invited to. It's not that you pay your way into it. No, you have to be recognized for your culinary talents to be part of this culinary team. So we're really proud of our team that they're recognized for this. Everything's included, your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, and it's all part of your itinerary. So even your beer and your wine is included as well. What's really nice too is it's not like it's a house wine, and then you're stuck with that wine throughout the whole 7 days, and then by day 2 you're already tired of it. No, every day you're going to be offered a new wine to choose from, and there's going to be 2 different ones to choose from. So that's amazing. If by like Wednesday, you really liked Sunday's wine, just let the team know. What we'll do is get Sunday's wine to get that back to you, no problem. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to invite you back to the lounge an hour before dinner every day. That's for our sip and sail hour. That's where the bar is open. That means if you've been craving a martini all day, this is your time to have it on us. We're going to have a signature cocktail and a signature mocktail at that time as well. But really, this time is when the cruise manager is going to start telling you all about the exciting things that we're going to be doing the next day. Now, I know I told you earlier, you've already chosen your excursions about 30 to 45 days before embarkation. But if that cruise manager just told you something exciting about the next day, and you're like, oh no, I just picked the wrong excursion, and you feel like you're going to miss out because you chose the wrong excursion, it's okay. Just let the cruise manager know. And if we can switch you out, we'll switch you out, no problem. So now let's talk about the chef's table. The chef's table is located at the back of the ship. The reason why it's back there is look at those beautiful windows. They're windows from floor to ceiling so that you'll be able to see all the beautiful things that you're passing as you're sailing along. We don't want you to miss out while you're having this amazing meal. This meal, by the way, is a 7-course meal that's paired with wine. So this is the evening, y'all, that you wear the flowy dresses or the pants that are not restricted because you're getting an amazing meal and you don't want anything to hold you back from tasting every little ounce of it. But it's also, like I said, paired with wine as well. You're going to enjoy this once during your stay. About 18 people at a time experience this. So this is 18 less people in the main dining room. When you get on board too, this is the only thing, this and the spa are the only 2 things that you're going to sign up for once you're on board. Everything else you'll sign up for on the app. Now we know that we're going to immerse you within the culture once you're off the ship, but we want to immerse you in the culture when you're on board as well. Whether it be that we bring a local pianist on board or some local dancers on board. When I was on that Romania trip, the first night they brought some local dancers on board. And they're local children who danced and sang for us. When we were in Croatia, we had a local opera singer came on board. She was 3rd in line to the Phantom of the Opera. She was amazing. Her voice was absolutely magical. When I was on that New Year's trip, we had a gentleman come on board who was the semifinalist for The Voice. He had a great voice as well. So where do we travel? Well, these are the countries we go to. In Europe, we travel along all the rivers, whether it be the Rhine, the Main, the Moselle, the upper and lower Danube. Do you have it on your bucket list to go to Portugal? Well, we go to the Douro, but I have to say, these itineraries fall off the shelf sooner than they get on. They go like that. Or maybe you want to go see the wineries in France. We got a bunch of itineraries there as well. So all over Europe. Or Africa, do you have it on your bucket list to see the big 5 animals on the Chobe River? Well, you could do that with us. Did you also know that the animals determine the nautical schedule? Can you imagine that when the animals come to the water, that's when you sail? Or maybe you want to go to Vietnam and Cambodia and go to the Mekong River, see the floating communities and be able to see all the things that they could do with rice paper. Well, we go to Asia. Well, what about, have you seen on the news recently how they found some more cities underneath the pyramids? Well, we traveled to the Nile River in Egypt. Imagine yourself right next to the pyramids or the Sphinx. It's been on ever since the news has been talking about those underground cities that they just found. This has been on the tick up now, and we've been selling some more of Egypt. And we are so excited to say that we are the only river cruise company selling the Magdalena River in Colombia. We just started sailing there earlier in April. We're so excited about this. Rudy and Christine went to Colombia in 2020 and fell in love with the country, the culture, the cuisine, the people, and the color. That's so much so they said, you know what? We got to start sailing here. So we just started sailing there last month on the Magdalena River. So much so that we just got a video last week and I added it to this presentation. So let me show you this quick video. Now with that, you can't even stand still because it's like so much excitement going on there. Now, I also have to say, before I even tell you about the Christmas markets, is we always try to do something special on our sailings. So with Colombia, you don't have to go to Colombia at a specific time to experience the carnivals. Do you know, we're going to experience the carnival every itinerary when you're in Barranquilla. We're going to experience the carnival every itinerary. So get down to Colombia so you can experience that. Well, while you're in Europe, if you're going during the Christmas markets, we have Christmas market itineraries. And you're not even going to just experience it when you're off the ship. You're going to experience Christmas when you're on board as well. And if you celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, we celebrate it too. We celebrate it on the ship as well. But the ship is decorated with all the holidays on board. I mean, it's kind of like, I always say, like a Hallmark movie. I know you've seen a Hallmark movie that when you're watching, everything's decorated, every kitchen counter, everything. Well, it's just like that on board. Everywhere you look, it's all decorated out. And you'll have different activities on board as well, whether it's baking cookies with the chef, but the best part, we end up cleaning up afterwards. You might be decorating a Christmas tree afterwards. You might be doing different activities, but again, feeling like a family together. But you'll do your regular excursions, and then afterwards, we'll leave you enough time so you can experience those Christmas markets in the European countries. How amazing. But I do share with everybody, make sure to leave enough room in your luggage for all those souvenirs that you're going to buy at the Christmas markets. And a lot of them are so precious that you want to make sure to pack some bubble wrap as well. And if you're a guest that wants to celebrate your Black heritage, or you know someone that does, well, maybe sign yourself up for a soulful experience. We have them in 4 countries, in France, Portugal, Egypt, and now Colombia. And these have become so popular that we've added several new itineraries. We've taken the excursions and tweaked them a little bit so we can focus on the Black heritage of these different countries. Oh my goodness, they have been just so heartwarming and just so touching to be able to celebrate Black heritage and cultures in these areas. We've also started in 2026. We're going to have 30 different departures being able to have a Smithsonian journey. So this is perfect for those history buffs. We'll have 2 dedicated Smithsonian experts on board, enriching lectures on topics, explaining why that destination is a Smithsonian experience, and being able to give you a little more about each excursion. Now, I don't know if you know, we've had celebrations of wine for years now. So much so in 2024, we had over 70 departures. This is where we have wine experts on board that explain the differences between the wines, are able to share the difference between old world wine and new world wine. A lot of these experts will even bring wine from the States, bring them on board so that you can actually taste the difference between that new world wine and the old world wine, and they're able to end up visiting those historic vineyards with you and be able to share all that there is to offer. And those became so popular that now we're starting to do celebration of beer, celebration of music. This will be available on the Danube. You'll be able to experience different live musical performances. And now we're even doing celebration of wellness. If my slide, there you go. The celebration of wellness. On these itineraries, we'll have more active itineraries. And then even the menus will be more of a healthier version menus as well. Now, I can't let you go without telling you about the current promotions we have. So these are available till June 30th, 2025. So if you're booking something now, you might be able to get this offer. So if you're doing like maybe a pre or a post excursion, maybe you want to see if there's a select itinerary out there that offers this complimentary land offer. And this would be where your complimentary room is available. So I'm doing one it'll be next Thursday I leave, and I'll be doing Lake Como would be the complimentary part of it. So it would include my hotel in a 4 or 5 star hotel for 3 nights. That would be complimentary. It would include my breakfast every morning. Also, it would include my excursions while I'm there. One of those excursions is a boat ride to Bellagio. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'd have free time around Lake Como to explore on my own. And then it would also include my transfer back to Switzerland to start my excursion or my cruise on board with AmaWaterWays. And then the best part, I get to meet my cruise manager, because remember I told you in the beginning, your cruise manager is there every step of the way. And he would start my on the excursion with me. Now we know also too, we got to get you there, right? So right now we have Air Plus. Air Plus is our air program that is our flat rate. So if you're not too picky on, let's say what airline you choose or what flights you're on, if you're flying in 2025, we can choose the air and the flights for you for only $8.99. And if you're flying in 2026, we can choose the air for you for $9.99, that flat rate. And you see what it is for premium and business class. And again, this is a promotion we have till June 30th, 2025. Also, too, remember I was telling you about Egypt. Well, right now we have a complimentary Egypt round trip offer. That's right, complimentary. And then if you wanted to do premium air or business class, you see what the prices are. Now, again, you might be watching this after June 30th. So I know you already know how to get a hold of Teresa, but just in case, here's her number and here's her email as well. So you can always reach out to her to see what the new current promotions are, because we always have promotions to offer you all, because that's our way of saying thank you for thinking of traveling with us. Now we want to get you over the line and get you to book with us. So our story continues, and we hope it continues with you on board with us. Thanks for giving me the time, Teresa, to talk to everyone and share all about AmaWaterWays. I'm going to turn it back to you now.
Thank you, Becky. You did great.
Sure.
You talk with a smile. You have a smile on your face. I love it.
When you have a product like this, it's hard not to smile.
Yeah, and you go on your product quite a lot, I know. I do have one question for
Sure.
so travelers. Do you offer a special rate for solo travelers?
Yeah, what's great, that's another one that always changes. But in France, it's always waived. On all of our French itineraries, it's always waived. We actually have a few suites that are for solos. So that's there. And then for other suite or other itineraries, we do have offers. So like right now, it's a 10% supplement that we have going. Again, I think it's still till June 30th. But it is always changing. We always have different offers. The other day, I think it was it was waived for a while on select itineraries. So it's always best to probably reach out to you to see what the current offer is.
Yeah,
And another, go on.
I just made a reservation this past weekend for someone traveling in December 2026 as a solo traveler. And instead of paying 150% of what a double occupancy would pay, they only paid 125%. So they got a 25% discount for
Yeah,
being a solo traveler.
yeah. And what's great too is every itinerary, no matter what itinerary you're on, what we do is, you know, that sip and sail hour I was chatting about? What
Yes.
we do is that very first one that we have for the 7-night journey is we invite all the solo guests out 15 minutes earlier. This way, all the single guests can meet each other ahead of time. Not that we're trying to do a match.com situation. We're just trying to get all the guests to just meet each other ahead of time. Maybe there is a good matchup and they'll be able to eat dinner together, maybe take an excursion together, but they know that they're not alone and they can start meeting their brother or sister for the journey, or maybe new best friend.
That's a great idea. I
Yeah.
think because a lot of solo travelers feel on their own, and it takes a brave person to step out of your comfort zone and travel alone and meet people. But that's where you grow and expand. But anyway, if anyone is interested in any cruise that you have around the world, please reach out to me. I'm Teresa Belcher. My number and contact information will be below this video. So until next time, if you can dream it, we will create it. Bye. Bye, Becky.
Bye. Thanks for having me.